disruptive to someone's life. We want to make sure that this is a family-friendly, community-based approach with the patient first. We are Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is a presentation of the 2024 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State basketball broadcasts are presented by Union Bank and Trust, Southeast Community College, Platte Valley Equipment, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Wingstop, Sandhills Global, Roofing Service Company, High Electric, Eustis Body Shop, the Nebraska Army National Guard, Pizza Ranch, Members Owned Credit Union, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Sunbelt Rentals, Acres, Ep Concrete, Doane University, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, and Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Now, calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena Class Seat 1
title coming up in just a few short minutes between the 5 seed, the Wahoo Warriors, and the number 3 seed, the Auburn Bulldogs. Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you from PBA as it's game 2 of our 3-game set today on the Ticket. Harrison Arms back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios, pushing all the buttons. Going to be a good one today, Wahoo and Auburn. Jay, what can we look for?
Man, first of all, it's two well-established basketball programs. Obviously, you got Marcus Glock coming in here, the all-everything player, generational scorer, broke his dad's scoring record. Then you got Bender on the other side. It's a family history in Auburn. So, look, there's going to be a defensive-minded game, right, where the Wahoo Warriors come in and they've been playing that 1-3-1 zone ever since they get out of the crib when you're born in Wahoo, and then where you have Jim Weeks and his defensive prowess where, as soon as they can walk and run, they're playing defense. So it's going to come down to, like it always does, free throw shooting, turnovers, and what complementary player or what role player has a big game. And also, listen, it's a little here tidbit, Nick, before we get the introductions. Auburn has knocked off Wahoo 3 years in a row. There is some emotional scar damage there. Let's see if Wahoo can get over the hump today. And Auburn is undefeated.
Well, you mentioned 3 years in a row. How about 6 years in a row? 6 years straight that Auburn has made the state championship game. 6 years in a row. However, haven't been the most successful in those games. They've lost the last two in 2022 and 2023. Haven't won one since they went back to back 2019 through 2021. As Jay mentioned, 26-0. So much is made about Auburn's pace of play offensively.
Right.
But one thing that people might not realize, they do play defense, and they play it well.
Yeah, they play defense, and and then also they score, at a pace that they like to do it. And they've shown the ability to come back. So that lets you know if they want to speed it up on you to get the advantage and then lock in on defense, they can do well. And they do Coach Weeks and his son do a really good job of making adjustments in between quarters and obviously in the half and obviously situational basketball. And then for, Wahoo, they got scoring prowess and they have the height advantage. Let's see if they use that early and often to gain the lead because they are a pretty good defensive team in themselves.
All right, let's get you rolling with starting lineups first for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Wahoo Warriors. I felt like an elderly gentleman at the restaurant.
No, you felt like that lady yesterday that was live streaming the Central game.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal. As Wahoo, 22-5 on the season, led by head coach Kevin Sheaf. As we mentioned, no stranger to the state championship game, multi-time state champion. They have been here, their last time that they won it was in 2018. They were runner-up in 2017, the year before, in Class C1. Starting 5 for the Wahoo Warriors. Number 0, a 6'4" senior guard, Marcus Glock. He averages 24 a game. Number 3, a 5'11" senior guard averaging 7 a game, Kyler Elliott. Number 5, a 6'4" sophomore averaging 8.8 points per game, Cody Hesser. Number 11, a 6'4" junior averaging 11 per contest, Dylan Simons. And number 23, a 6'3" sophomore forward, Eli Shada.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is a athletic and group where they have obviously Marcus Glock as the headliner, but they have complementary pieces. They have a lot of experience. They're tough. They know what they're doing. They're well coached by Coach Chief. And then on the other side right here, you got Auburn, where they know exactly what they're doing. The one thing that people don't understand is Coach Jim Weeks and his son, John Weeks, they're involved in basketball from the ground, the grassroots. And same with Coach Chief, right, with Wahoo. That's why these teams are consistently, in Auburn's case, in the state championship or in the state tournament, state championship, and then where Wahoo is always in the state tournament. It's going to be a great game today. It's going to be a technical coaching game today. Will experience in the pedigree of Coach Weeks hold off the young stallions of the Wahoo Warriors for this Class C1 championship.
Yeah, so Auburn was able to get the best of Douglas County West in the first round and then beat Ashland Greenwood in yesterday's semifinal matchup here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Let's meet the starters for the Auburn Bulldogs, now undefeated on the year, 28-0. They, like we mentioned, been to the state championship 6 straight years under head coach Jim Weeks, as they were state champions in 2019, 2020, and 2021. They were runner-up in 2022 and 2023. Starting 5 for head coach Jim Weeks is going to look like this: a 5'11" sophomore guard averaging 10 per game. Number 1, Brenton Wenzel. Number 2, a 6'1" junior forward, Cameron Leslie. Number 3, the leading scorer for this Auburn Bulldogs squad, a 6-foot senior guard, Maverick Binder. Number 5, a 6'2" senior guard, Peyton Bowden. And number 24, a 6'3" junior guard, averaging 13 a contest, Nixon Ligori.
Nick, a little odd stat here. Wahoo Warriors has lost 3 times to Ashland Greenwood. If you don't think Coach Weeks has watched those tapes extensively to try to figure out a game plan to stop this high-powered offense, you're not investing in basketball. That's a huge stat that I'm sure the Auburn Tigers have focused on the last 24 hours.
I mean, how about this? A combined, between these two teams, a combined 70 state tournament appearances in program history. 42 times for the Wahoo Warriors, 28 times for the Auburn Bulldogs. I mean, those are some incredible numbers.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is basketball. When you talk about sports being in the DNA of respective towns and cities, this is an example of it where Wahoo, obviously, probably a little bit more established, been around probably longer than Auburn. But if you don't think that 28 appearances have to be right on the back of Jim Weeks, you're sadly mistaken. So this is going to be a great game. And when you have this much tradition, Nick, it's going to be feisty. It's going to be testy. Wahoo wants some get back because they were undefeated last year and lost in the first round.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. As we're just a little under a minute away from starting, we'll go ahead and step aside, take a brief 30-second break, and come back with tip-off for Auburn and Wahoo when we return on 93.7 The Ticket.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman with you here. Boys State basketball tournament ahead of Class C1 action. The 3 seed, the Auburn Bulldogs, going up against the 5 seed Wahoo Warriors. Wahoo able to knock off 4 seed Ogallala and number 1 seed Omaha Concordia to get to today's matchup, while Auburn knocked off Douglas County West on Thursday, then Ashland Greenwood on Friday, and now faces the Wahoo Warriors today. So, I mean, Jay, these are now teams that are playing their 3rd game in 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, tired legs obviously plays a factor, so you want to have depth on your roster, and I think that probably bodes well for Wahoo, where they're a very deep roster, and they have guys that played a lot of minutes and scored a lot, throughout the season. But Auburn, with the way they play defense and also without the shot clock, it doesn't really affect you as far as a conditioning. The ability to continue to shoot jump shots, which could possibly, affect Marcus Glock as far as, because he's a jump shooter exclusively. So whoever can get out in the break and play downhill is gonna bode well for him. So we're gonna see.
All right, we're ready to go here. Wahoo is wearing the blue unis with the script Wahoo across their chest. White lettering and numbering with the gold outlines. And then for Auburn, they're going to be wearing their white uniforms with red Bulldogs across their chest and red numbers. I mean, you want to talk about the balance in Class C1. People so often think, okay, just Class B, Class A, they're the most competitive. We just got done with a competitive game between Ainsworth and why am I blanking on the team name who just won the title? Johnson Brock. Yeah. Competitive game there between those two. C1 just as competitive as we saw last week with the girls. And now here you have the number 1 seed and number 2 seed, not even in the championship.
You build programs in these type of towns, and that's why you got the same team almost every year in the tournament.
We're ready to go. As Wahoo will win the tip, they'll go right to left, and it's controlled by the Warriors. Here is Kyler Elliott with it. Passes right side now. Hesser with it into the far corner to Shada. Shada down low on the block. Layup in the lane is no good. Defensive rebound control by Auburn. That was a quick shot for Wahoo. And here comes the Auburn Bulldogs. Binder with it across the timeline. 7:39 to go in the first quarter. Binder passes left side to number 24, Ligori, into the corner. 3 ball on the way, and it's good off the bat for Peyton Bowden.
Yeah, a little bit of a defense mishap there by Wahoo. Corner 3. Auburn likes to lead the game and suffocate you with defense.
So here is Marcus Glock. Glock left side, 3-ball to answer, and it's good for number 11, Dylan Simons.
Yeah, Dylan Simons, a 6'4" forward guard, can do it all. He's a big body, but he has a sweet stroke from outside.
Little 1-2-2 extended defensive pressure here for Wahoo out of the gates as Auburn's able to break it pretty easily, and Binder has it on the right side. Binder, the last name, a staple in Auburn basketball the last couple of years. Cam, his older brother, graduated a few years ago. Now Maverick is a senior. Kicks it out, pass deflected. It's tracked down by Auburn near the timeline by Brenton Wenzel. Wenzel hands it off to Binder. Binder now near the logo, working on it. Rolls left side, passes left to the far corner to Ligori. Ligori, top of the key, now to Brenton Wenzel. Wenzel at the free throw line, spinning, kicks it out. Binder for three, and he's unable to convert. Rebound tipped around a couple of times, still up in the air. It's out of bounds to Auburn.
See, that's a big mistake there by Wahoo there, where you had three guys around that missed shot, and they missed it. Good effort there by Binder and company to keep it alive, and it goes off the hands of Wahoo Warrior.
So Auburn to inbound. Binder is the inbounder. Still looking around. He'll throw it up top, and it's not a good pass as it's intercepted by Wahoo. Up the left side. Here we go in the lane with the contact. No whistle, but a nice layup by Kyler Elliott.
Yeah, a little bit of addition this year versus years past where you have Marcus Glock that scores, but Kyler Elliott is a guy that can get downhill and has a change of pace ability that you don't see normally from Wahoo.
Auburn having some fits with the extended pressure this time around as Binder has to just run it across the timeline and get it. So on the right side. So on the right wing, top of the key now, left side to Wenzel. Wenzel guarded closely there by Shada. Top of the key to number 2, Cameron Leslie. Right side, here's Nixon Ligori with it. Now top of the key, left side. Here is Binder. 5:42 to play, 5-3 Wahoo. Binder struggling with the Wahoo defense. Wahoo faithful on their feet. Passes out top. Now left side, Binder once again. Reminder, no shot clock in Class C1 action. As Binder will reset the offense near the logos. Binder right side. Here's Ligori to Wenzel. Wenzel. Top of the key back to Wenzel. Wenzel in the lane. Layup off the glass. No good, but Wenzel is fouled.
Yeah, Wenzel did a really good job. They caught Wahoo in a negative closeout. Got up to the glass. And good follow there potentially by Bowden. You know, Auburn is okay under these type of situations. The pressure is high, but they haven't had any turnovers, right? And yes, Wahoo is bringing some energy to them, but Coach Weeks and company know that eventually things will settle down. Then you got to play basketball. Now, if I'm Wahoo, I got to sharpen up on my defensive assignments a little bit. I see a couple of gaps in their 1-3-1 man-to-man defense that Auburn could potentially take advantage of.
So they'll inbound it up top. Will the Bulldogs as they get it into Wenzel. Wenzel now to Binder. Binder crosses over. 5:08 to play. Binder drives, spins, move in the short corner, kicks it out to Ligori. Ligori, Auburn, one of the most patient teams offensively in the state, is on the right side. Here's Ligori. Ligori in the near corner, working on Hesser in the lane. Ligori gets it poked away, still fought for, and it's going to be taken away by Wahoo. Up the floor we go. Warriors take a 7-3 lead on the layup by number 12, Caden Christian.
Yeah, good job there by Marcus Glock getting it up there to his teammate there, easy 2 points.
Excuse me, that was number 13, Jace Kaminsky on the layup, rather. Number 13, not number 12. And so we have a 10-second violation as Auburn turns it over.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration there by Coach Weeks in his guard play there, whereas Binder and Wenzel weren't on the same page. He wants to get the ball to the middle of the court to get into a fast break option to try to get some easy points. And now you're seeing, more subs here by Wahoo, right? You got Laverly in here. They're going 8 deep already.
Yeah.
So now you're talking about depth, or the third game in 3 days paying off here for Wahoo.
Keegan Brigham is also into the game for Wahoo, and we have a foul on the floor on the Bulldogs. Jim Weeks looks at the referee and says, "For what?"
Yeah.
And it's going to be underneath basketball for Wahoo, underneath their own bucket. But we have a timeout on the floor. 7-3 Wahoo here early on. 4:24 to play. We'll step aside and come back in 90 seconds right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Nick Sander back with you, Jay Foreman alongside, and as soon as we come back, Wahoo drains a three. That was kind of Marcus Glock to wait until we came back from commercial there, as it's 10-3 Wahoo here halfway through quarter number one. On the right side, here's Binder. Wenzel got poked in the face, now up the floor to Ligori. Ligori on the right wing, picks up his dribble, thought about popping the trade, decides to pass it off to Wenzel. Wenzel on the right side, spin move at the elbow, dumps it down low off the backboard. Now a quick touch pass, it goes out of bounds to the Wahoo Warriors.
A little bit of frustration here by Auburn, right? They're definitely being sped up and faster than the pace that they're usually playing at. And obviously Marcus Glock with the catching shot three is definitely a big play that they got to try to stop.
So here's Wahoo on the left side. Now top of the key, it's Marcus Glock with it on the right side. It's Kaminsky. Kaminsky back right side now to Brigham. Keegan Brigham passes right side. Number 11, Dylan Simons with the basketball. Back to Brigham, left side. Kaminsky. Kaminsky drives in the center of the lane, floating to his right, and he can't get it to go. It's a defensive rebound for number 5 for Auburn, as it's Peyton Bowden coming away with the defensive board.
Yeah, good defensive series there by Auburn. They were on their heels there, and you get a stop. Now they got to get some offense going here. They had one three-pointer, and they've missed every shot they've had ever since.
3:12 to play first quarter. 10-3 Wahoo. Three ball on the way. Binder can't get it to fall. Rebound tipped around a couple of times and secured by the Wahoo Warriors. Now we'll have a double dribble called on Wahoo and number 30, Barrett Lavalley.
Yep.
And it'll be Auburn basketball after the turnover.
Good job there by Binder. He just barely missed that three-pointer, picked up the ball immediately. Where Lavalley isn't used to running the break and made him double team or double dribble, So a quick turnover there by the Wahoo Warriors, and now Auburn's trying to get into their offense.
They bring in, Auburn does, Nolan Gardner. Nolan Gardner wearing a knee brace over his right leg, and on the left side here is Nixon Ligori. Ligori crosses over, tries to get to the baseline, cross-court pass, quick touch pass, Binder, shot fake, left side pass, now taken away as number 5, Cody Hesser, two-hand slam, and it's 12-3 Wahoo, and Jim Weeks needs to talk things over. It's a full timeout for Auburn, and we'll step aside as well. We'll come back in 60 seconds, 2:43 to go in the first quarter. It's 12-3 Warriors over the Bulldogs, 3/4 of the way through for a first period of action here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first.
That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Welcome back in. 2:41 to go in the first quarter. Wahoo leads 12-3 over the Auburn Bulldogs. Auburn with it. On the left side here is number 5, Peyton Bowden. Back out to Wenzel on the left wing. Wenzel hands it off to Ligori. Ligori still on the left side right in front of the Wahoo Warriors bench. 2:25 to go first quarter. 12-3 Wahoo over the Auburn Bulldogs early on in the first quarter. Left side, Binder. Binder slows things down, now drives, turns on the Jets, and he is bumped by number 30 for Wahoo, Barrett LaValle.
Yeah, you like that matchup, Binder against LaValle. LaValle's probably going to get subbed out here. Here comes Simons. And they one thing Auburn wants to do if they want to try to get back in this game, Nick, is try to get Wahoo in the penalty. And now they're 3 fouls away from that, but they got to start getting some shots up by their best players, whether it's Binder or Ligori.
So baseline inbound here for Auburn. They get it into Ligori. 2:12 to play. Opening quarter here in the C1 title game. Binder with it near the logo as he'll reset things with 2:05 to play in the first. Binder, spin move at the left elbow, guarded by Kaminsky. Passes it near corner 3. Just off, just a little short on the attempt there by Bowden. And defensive rebound. Here comes Hesser for Wahoo. Now cross court. Kaminsky on the left side directly in front of us. Back on the other side to Hesser. Hesser crosses over at the elbow, stops on the left side of the lane, spins, kicks it out to number 11, Dylan Simons. Now to Kaminsky on the left side, back right side to Hesser. Hesser, shot fake, drive in the center of the lane, gets bumped and throws up a tough, unbalanced shot, and he's able to get the defensive rebound for Auburn.
Yeah, Cody Hesser's a pretty good athlete, but not that good of an athlete. He got his feet crossed up, threw it up there, just trying to make a miraculous shot.
12-3 your score. Wahoo out in front by 9 in the lane. Here's Wenzel, stops as he gets 3 defenders drawn on him, and a charge called on number 45, Nolan Gardner, as he got it on the right block. And a nice job drawing the charge by number 1, Keegan Brigham.
Yeah, Coach Weeks is not happy about that. He's saying that the defender was not established there. Actually, that was Marcus Glock stepping in there, drawing the charge. So a little bit of star power call there, but nevertheless, Wahoo back on the attack.
So 0 draws the charge. Now here comes Wahoo into the game. Kyler Elliott, he subs back in as Kaminsky takes a breather for the Wahoo Warriors. On the right side, Marcus Glock for 3, and he connects. It's 15-3 Wahoo. It's 1:01 to play in the first quarter, and Auburn needs answers offensively. Up the floor to Wenzel. Wenzel, cross-court pass. Here's Bowden. Bowden looking to Binder. Binder has it at the top of the key. 50 seconds to play in the first quarter. Binder, left side. Here's Bowden to Ligorski. Nixon Ligori, rather. He has it on the left wing. Crosses over, gives it to Binder. He'll dribble top of the key to Wenzel. Wenzel now to right side of Peyton Bowden. Bowden hands it off to Binder on the right wing. 31 on the game clock. 15-3 the score here in the first quarter. Wahoo out in front early in the Class C1 title game. Nixon Ligori with it. He almost got his pocket picked. Good defense by Wahoo, and as soon as I say that, number 3, Kyler Elliott, picks up his foul. That'll be his first of the day as he tried to get his hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, Elliott had a little bit too much body there and bailed Auburn out there because the extended pressure has given Auburn a lot of trouble here. And we've seen it, at times with whether it was Crete when they won their first game, or we've seen with Norris. We've seen obviously all over Class A. You're just depositing body blows right now to wear a team like Auburn out, especially if they're not able to score any points.
So 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Binder on the right side of the lane. Gets cut off by 2 Warrior defenders. Out to Wenzel. 10 on the game clock. Wenzel gets trapped. Now passes out of it. Back to Wenzel to Ligori. Ligori with 4 on the clock. Floater from the free throw line. Unable to get it to go. There's the, or I guess 0.1 on the game clock. And so I thought that the horn was going to sound, but, 0.1 on the game clock. 15-3. You're not even going to be able to catch it fast enough to shoot it here at this point.
Get a tip here, right? A little alley-oop play here to their best athlete. So maybe Ligori is going to get a little alley-oop play, but doesn't look like they're.
So Binder throws it up top. It's not going to count. It almost went in, but Wahoo with a comfortable 12-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Your score 15-3. Wahoo over the Auburn Bulldogs in the C1 State Championship match right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Acres is bringing you the nation's largest indoor display of John Deere equipment and technology. Acres 2024 Ag and Turf Expo showcases everything from tillage and planting to application and harvest. We'll also offer the latest industry insights from ag professionals across the state. Join us in Grand Island at Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for a complete schedule of speakers and activities.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman with you. 7:52 to go, just underway in the second quarter. It'll be Auburn basketball. Auburn finished that quarter with 3 points, and we have an early turnover. Wahoo in transition. Layup no good. Tip try, can't get it to go. For a third time, not a charm. And a fourth time, can't get it to fall, but a foul is whistled on try at number 4.
Yeah, Auburn got caught, asleep at the wheel right there by the pressure by Simons on the inbound play, and then multiple missed layup attempts. But Eli Shada got the benefit of that, going in and getting the rebound and getting fouled on the shot attempt.
Yeah, so Shada at the line. First one on the way, no good. It's 15-3. Wahoo leads by 12.
In these type of games without a shot clock, you normally say this is, getting towards the 10. We put the nail in the coffin. But if you're a team like Wahoo and you let Auburn get some confidence by missed free throws, secondary attempts, they hit a couple threes, you'll be right back in this game.
Shada able to make his second free throw, and so it's now 16-3. I mean, we talked about it pregame, Jay, that, yes, we know about Auburn's pace offensively, but they do play physical and pretty strong defense as well under Jim Weeks.
Yeah, they do, and also you've seen multiple times where they've also out-rebounded Wahoo on the defense and offensive rebound. So they got to hit a couple shots, get some confidence. They got to get Maverick Binder going. And there you got Bowden from the corner. There you go. Auburn can play offense, and don't think that they're just going to sit there and, lay down. They're going to compete. Jim Weeks has got a lot of experience of coming back against Wahoo from double-digit leads.
So Bowden has all of Auburn's points. He has 6. There's a 3 to answer, unable to get it to fall, but an offensive rebound to Marcus Glock. Glock on the left side of the lane, dribbles into the lane. Now a floater, rims around and out. Tipped around on the rebound, and it's corralled by Bowden, who passes it off to Binder. So Binder brings it across the timeline.
Nick, on the missed shot there, it doesn't allow Wahoo to extend that pressure. Now you see Maverick Binder doing a better job against Elliott, getting into him, getting into the middle of the lane. What do we always talk about? Paint touches, right? And then you start to see the fouls start to accumulate up against Wahoo. So you want to use their aggressiveness against them and try to slow this game down and probably come back at the free throw line.
So baseline inbound here for Binder as he gets it in. The layup at the line or at the rim, no good. It was almost blocked. Could have possibly been a foul, but no whistle. On the right side here is Wahoo to Glock. Glock on the top of the key. Dribble drive in the lane. Steps over. Layup no good. Offensive board by Shada. Now out top to Hesser. Hesser passes right side now in the lane, and his shot's blocked as number 3, Kyler Elliott, tried to go up with the left hand, and he gets it rejected out of bounds by Wenzel.
Good job there by Eli Shada to continue or to allow the Wahoo to keep possession of the ball. But you see the defensive intensity of Auburn starting to crank up here.
So baseline out of bounds here for Wahoo. They get it into Elliott, and we have a foul away from the ball. This time it's going to be on Wenzel.
Yeah, Wenzel didn't like that. Marcus Glock tried to hook him there and body him down below. But, look, he's a tough kid from Auburn. He's not going to back down to the All-State guard Marcus Glock. So this is about to get competitive here because Jim Weeks has definitely been challenging his players to be more competitive.
16-6 your score as they inbound it here. Do the Warriors on the left side. It's Hesser. Hesser into the near corner. Hesser top of the key near the logo. Left side now back to Marcus Glock. So Glock crosses over, dribbles into the lane, gives it, passes left side Hesser. He jab steps, keeps his dribble back out to the logo where it's controlled by Dylan Simons. Simons left side now back to Hesser. Into the corner to Elliott. Elliott top of the key to Shada. Shada passes left side. Now Simons. 5:51 to go, second quarter. Top of the key, Shada. Right side Hesser. Wahoo leads 16-6. With 5:46 to go in the second quarter. Kicks it out Hesser. Hesser guarded by Binder. Hesser holding the basketball over his head on the right side in front of Auburn's bench. Now here's Clock. Clock dribbles down center lane, stops, floater on the way, too strong. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Auburn. Here comes Binder, pushing the pace. Binder turns on the Jets, spin move in the lane, off the glass, no good, but he is fouled by Hesser.
Yeah, you like Jim and John Weeks over there like that defensive series. They're willing to play defense all quarter long if they have to. Good physical play there by Auburn, competing, staying in this game. And then you had Maverick Binder getting it off the defensive glass and got into Elliott, drew the foul on him, right? That's 2 quick fouls on their starting point guard, the guy that kind of is their difference maker. Auburn looks like they're on the mend here to try to knock into this lead by the Wahoo Warriors.
16-6 is your score. 5:26 to go in the first half. Binder's first free throw on the way, and it bounces in. So 16-7, back to a single-digit ball game. Wahoo currently on a scoring drought of 2 minutes and over 10 seconds. So Wahoo looking for answers offensively. Auburn has went on a little 4-0 spurt here in the second quarter. Binder, second one on the way, and it's also good. And so Auburn has now split the lead, the Wahoo points in half, 16-8. They trail.
Yeah, now a little bit of extended pressure here by Auburn Bulldogs. We saw this last year in the first round matchup between Auburn and Wahoo. Down double digits early, then systematically and slowly coming back to win the game at the end.
So Wahoo with the basketball as Glock will bring it across the half-court line on the right side. Now gets picked up by number 5 for Auburn, Peyton Bowden. Passes left side, Jace Kaminsky back into the game.
Yep.
For the Wahoo Warriors. Here's Simons on the right side, passes left side now to Keegan Brigham. Brigham passes to Kaminsky on the left wing. Top of the key, LaValle into the game also for Wahoo. So the trio of subs comes back in as 3 of the starters get a breather. So now left side, here's Kaminsky once again. 4:48 to play in the second quarter. Kaminsky on the right side of the lane, layup, bounces off the front rim, unable to get it to fall, and another defensive rebound for Auburn.
Yeah, Kaminsky had it on a little bit of a wheel action, a little hard off the backboard. Good rebound there by number 2 from Auburn, Leslie. This defense of Auburn has definitely cranked up the last 2 or 3 minutes, Nick.
So now here are the Bulldogs with 4.5 to play in the first half, down by 8. Nixon Ligori with it on the right wing, guarded closely by Marcus Glock. Now they'll switch Kaminsky onto Ligori for Wahoo. Ligori in the short corner, backing down, kicks it out to Binder. Left side Bowden for his third 3. Can't convert as it hits the top of the backboard, stays in bounds. And here come the Wahoo Warriors with Kaminsky. Kaminsky up the left side, hands it off to Simons. Simons built really well.
Yeah. Look
Now
like a tight
Simons
end or
passes on the left side. Here's LaValle back to Simons, who flashed along the left side of the lane.
Ooh,
spin move
that way with
in the
travel.
lane, off the glass. It falls for Dylan Simons.
Yeah, Simons is just shrugging his shoulders, saying he can't hold him. Coach Jim Weeks wanted the 2 travel calls that were missed called. Big 2 points for Wahoo to stop the run there by Auburn coming back.
So 3:41 to play, second quarter, 18-8. Wahoo just scored their first 2 points of that second quarter. Now Simons on the floor with it as he pokes it away, gets it to Killian, and now a pass deflected and saved from going out of bounds by Auburn.
Yeah, good job there by number 4, Binder, the younger brother, coming back and getting that steal after Bowden was losing the ball there. So now the Auburn is back to try to knock into this lead.
So here is Maverick Binder with it on the right side to Nixon Ligori. Back to Binder. Binder has it, 3:07 to go, second quarter. Binder crosses over, steps through in the lane, off the glass. Nice finish by Maverick Binder.
Good defense there by Simons, and Binder was just a little bit better on that play there, up off the glass through contact. Good move.
2:53 to play, second quarter, 18-10. Wahoo leads by 8 over Auburn. Auburn playing in their 6th straight state championship game. Marcus Glock for 3, can't get it to fall. Is it trying to follow his own shot? Couldn't get the offensive rebound. And
here the old momentum is starting to change to Auburn. They are making this into a dogfight, and they like it where they're at right now. And Simons is in a mismatch here against Binder.
So pass left side into Ligori. Ligori crosses over right to left, working on LaValle. Now Ligori in the lane got bumped to Binder. Maverick Binder with it. Left side Ligori. Ligori with LaValle on him. 2:12 to play in the second quarter. Top of the key Bowden. Bowden now passes right side to Binder. He pops the tray from the right side and he hits it. And we have a Jim Weeks timeout on the floor. 18-13 your score. Wahoo leads by 5. We'll step aside with 2:06 to go in the second quarter here on 93.7 The Ticket.
A team succeeds when they work together. banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Welcome back in Class C1 championship game. Wahoo, the 5 seed, up on Auburn, the 3 seed. However, Auburn has made it a game after trailing at the end of the first quarter 16-3. They now trail 18-13. And so 2:02 to go in the first half. As Hester has it left side, now dribbles across the perimeter, right side, LaValle. LaValle into the far corner, right in front of Jim Weeks. Top of the key, pass deflected, and Binder falls on the floor and gets it out to his teammate, number 2, Cameron Leslie, in the lane, and it's a 3-point ball game.
Yeah, Wahoo's in trouble right now. This is a physical match that they have not been able to withstand here. Now you give it to your ultimate eraser, Marcus Glock. Let's see what Jim Weeks does on the defensive end here.
So here comes Wahoo, needing points badly. They lead by just 3 at one point. They led by 13 at the end of the first quarter. So here on the right side, it's Brigham. Brigham into the far corner. Hester looking around, finds Glock. Glock down the center of the lane, gets bumped by Binder off the glass. No good. And another defensive rebound for Peyton Bowden.
Yeah, they are limiting Wahoo to one shot. They are being extremely physical there with Marcus Glock, and they have Wahoo on their heels right now.
So Binder kicks out, Bowden for the tie, can't connect, and Hesser collects the miss for a moment, but it goes out of bounds off of his hand. He couldn't hold it with his left hand.
Yeah, the ultimate sin there by Cody Hessler, kind of a long three. They come off really, sometimes when it's short like that, come off like a bullet. Tried to catch it with one hand, and then he tried to get his eyes down the court. Big mistake there by the Auburn guard.
So Auburn to inbound, 56 on the game clock. Here is Nixon Lagori. Lagori guarded by number 3 for Wahoo, Kyler Elliott. Now to Maverick Binder. Binder has 7 points. Bowden has 6. Those are the two leading scorers, for the Auburn Bulldogs. Binder has it. Dribbles top of the key, 36 on the game clock. Binder, left side now to Lagori. Lagori still scoreless, in today's ball game. As Binder slowing it down. Auburn's going to hold for the final shot or attempt to, at least, as Binder dribbles with his opposite hand, wipes off his shoe with the other, and 14 seconds to go in the second quarter. 18-15 Wahoo. They lead by 3. Auburn with the basketball. Binder with it on the logo. Now goes long 3 at the horn, and it's a tie ball game
from way downtown. Bang!
We are tied going into halftime. Auburn and Wahoo all knotted up at 18 as Binder
in your eye
held it for over 30 seconds and drained it from the logo. And after Wahoo led 16-3 at the end of the first quarter, we're all tied up going into halftime. 18 all here between Auburn and Wahoo. We'll step aside for halftime and come back right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board has partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Acres is bringing you the nation's largest indoor display of John Deere equipment and technology. Acres 2024 Ag and Turf Expo showcases everything from tillage and planting to application and harvest. We'll also offer the latest industry insights from ag professionals across the state. Join us in Grand Island at Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for a complete schedule of speakers and activities.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
If you have a fence, patio, or landscaping project to complete this spring, Sunbelt Rentals is here to help with augers and auger drives in various sizes, plus electric concrete mixers. For tree trimming projects, they have a great selection of chainsaws, pole saws, and hedge trimmers, along with a towable lift or ladder to get you where you need to be. Sunbelt Rentals has everything you need to make your spring projects easy. Sunbelt Rentals, online at sunbeltrentals.com.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
Acres is bringing you the nation's largest indoor display of John Deere equipment and technology. Acres 2024 Ag and Turf Expo showcases everything from tillage and planting to application and harvest. We'll also offer the latest industry insights from ag professionals across the state. Join us in Grand Island at Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for a complete schedule of speakers and activities.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF.
I thought I was your best friend forever.
BFF like best financial friend at Members Owned Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first.
That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Members Owned Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Score big this month at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln and rule the terrain on a Segway Fugelman UT10X. Now is your chance to get into a side-by-side for only $12,000 out the door. That's right, just $12,000. And this bad boy stacks up to all the other name brands. Plus, you get Segway's signature smart commanding system featuring airlock, drive settings, safety alerts, and more. Hurry in now. Elway Power Sports only has 2 left at this blowout price. Swing by their new 27th and I-80 location or shop their inventory at elwaypslincoln.com.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street. Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman with you. We're all knotted up at 18 between Auburn and Wahoo. Man, if you would have asked us what the score would have been after the end of the first quarter, it would have probably been a Wahoo a lot to Auburn's very little. Yeah. But here we are, Auburn able to kind of have a close out the second quarter on a 15-2 run. Yep. That was the entire second quarter, I should say. Auburn hit 4 of their last 5 shots. Wahoo went in a 3.5-minute scoring drought at one point.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jay, we're tied up at 18 apiece. What's Auburn been able to do to get back into this game?
Well, they got a little bit more competitive, got definitely more physical on the defensive end. They started to bump Marcus Glock and all the Wahoo Warriors offensive players off of their spots, which they didn't start the game doing. And, Wahoo came out on fire, and I think they settled for deep threes too much, and they didn't get downhill against Auburn. And Auburn did a really good job of rebounding the ball and getting second chance opportunities with hustle and grit. And then also you got to think Binder started getting going, and Bowden hit that one big three from the corner to kind of open it up a little bit. And then also let's think of Jim and Jackson Weeks. They did a really good job of adjusting to what Auburn came out and were doing from a full court pressure standpoint. And also, Nick, this is something that doesn't show up in the box score. When Wahoo started missing shots, they weren't allowed to extend that pressure full court, which was giving Auburn, fits. And so what Auburn did was dig in on the defensive end, and then once they start getting stops, it kind of opened up their offense. So now we got a ball game. It was 15-3 Wahoo first quarter. Yeah. Auburn, held serve and went 15-3 in the second quarter. We got an 18-18 ball game here for the C1 championship.
We're about ready to get going here. Once again, the halftime show brought to you by Next Ag Appraisal and Realty, our good friends over there, Ethan Sorensen and the crew, as they have locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska. Visit them online at nextagrealestate.com if you need help or advice buying or selling farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa. Once again, that's nextagrealestate.com. Once again, Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman with you. Harrison Arns back in our 93.7 The Ticket Studios. It's game 2 of 3 today, as the 1 o'clock game will be our final broadcast for high school basketball this season. And so it'll be the Class B title game between Norris and Omaha Catholic. That's going to be a doozy.
Yeah, it's going to be just as good as the ones we've had from the earlier in the morning, Ainsworth against Johnson Brock. And we got a dogfight here between the Wahoo Warriors and the Auburn Bulldogs. So, look, this is championship Saturday. I don't foresee any blowouts, but I like the competitive nature of every game so far.
All right, here we go, as it'll be Wahoo basketball to start the third quarter of action from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 18-18, we're all knotted up here at the half. Start of the third quarter, Wahoo to start. They'll go to the basket to our right, wait for the TV crew to come back from commercial, get the okay. Yeah. There's a little more logistics involved on championship Saturday than on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Yeah, that's good. Give them a little big-time basketball feel. And so here we go.
All right, here we are underway. Wahoo with the basketball. It's Simons with the passes right side. Now to Elliott. Down low, Simons as he traveled with it. And it's going to be a turnover to Auburn.
Yeah, palms up reaction there from the Wahoo Warriors fan base, but it definitely was a travel. Sometimes when you try to initiate the contact, you forget to continue with your offensive move.
So baseline inbound, Wahoo going to come out in the 1-2-2 pressure as they had before. This is what caused Auburn actually some fits in the first half, but this time they're able to break it with ease. So here's Nixon Ligori, who passes it to Binder. Binder had himself a heck of a first half, drained a logo 3 to end the first half to tie it up. Here's Wenzel with it. Wenzel now to try to get it to Binder. Pass taken away. Here comes Hesser. Hesser. Now he gets his pocket picked by Binder. Yep. So Binder able to make it back in the direction of Auburn. On the right side, it's Wenzel. Wenzel to Ligori. 7:14 to go. Third quarter just underway here in the second half. Binder has on the right side. We're all tied up at 18. Binder retreats near the logo now.
This is what Jim Weeks wants. He wants Binder against Elliott. Elliott has 2 fouls, and now you got Max up on Eli Shada.
And now we have a foul as also the Wahoo Shada slapped the backboard as well on the way back. So, no, he got him with the body, so he is fouled. And so going to the line to shoot 2 will be number 2 for Auburn, Cameron Leslie.
Yeah, Wahoo still asking about the travel on Simons coming out of the start of the half. Really good job they got Elliott switched up on Binder, right? So then all the focus went on Binder because he's been on a heater. He was able to find number 2, Leslie, underneath the hoop, drew the foul, missed the first layup. But look for that matchup there because if they can get Elliott in foul trouble, that stifles that offense because he's the table setter on offense and defense.
Second one for Leslie is good, so he goes 1 for 2. It's 19-18 Auburn. How about this? Auburn has their first lead since when it was 3-0. So on the right side, here's Hesser. Hesser on the perimeter, dribbles to the top of the key, reverses course. On the right side now, Wahoo with it, Simons. Cutting in the lane is Elliott, and he is bumped and fouled by Wenzel. That'll be foul number 3.
Yeah, Wenzel's one of their main ball handlers, and here comes the younger Binder in here. Here comes Lance Binder, who actually had a really big role in that first half comeback where he had a couple timely steals and hands on the ball.
So baseline inbound, they get it into Glock, and he lays it in from the left side of the bucket. It's 20-19 Wahoo.
Yeah, if you're Coach Shapes, that's what you want. You want your big-time player, Marcus Glock, to get on the scoreboard early and often.
So Maverick Binder gets the basketball, gives it to Lance Binder. Now up the floor we go with Cameron Leslie. And so Maverick Binder with it at the top of the key. Now has it to the logo, retreats, hesitates, passes left side. This is Nixon Ligori with it. Ligori will dribble to the top of the key from the left wing. Guarded by Glock. Now they'll switch Hesser onto Ligori. In the lane, Ligori, tough finish.
The physicalness to go through Hesser and Ligori and Marcus Glock right there. Big time play there by Ligori.
Here on the right side, it's Simons. Out to Hesser, to Glock. Glock fakes left, goes right into the lane, gets it stripped out of his breadbasket, and Lance Binder comes up with the loose basketball, and he gives it to Maverick Binder. 5:46 to go, 21-20. Auburn with a 1-point lead.
Good job there by Auburn being active with their hands against Marcus Glock.
Nice find down low as Binder finds Leslie, and he gets it in for a 2-point bucket.
It's the same thing they did on the first possession, Nick, right? They got it to Binder, to Maverick Binder. He drew the defense, bounced past to Leslie. First time he got fouled, second time he cashed in on it. The momentum is in Auburn's favor right now, both from an intensity standpoint and a physicality standpoint. They are playing up into the body of Wahoo, and Wahoo has not reacted to it.
23-20, 5:32 to play in the third quarter. Auburn has a 3-point advantage over Wahoo. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you, and as soon as we resume play, we have a foul down low on Auburn as they try to get the entry pass down to Marcus Glock, was unable to do so, and it's a foul on the Auburn Bulldogs. That's the second team foul on the Bulldogs here in the third quarter. 5:22 to go, third quarter, 23-20, Auburn with a 3-point lead.
Good play coming out of the timeout, trying to get to Marcus Glock. Got him caught a switch against Ligori. Good foul there by Ligori. Didn't allow Marcus Glock a shot attempt.
Here is Marcus Glock working on Nixon Ligori. On the left wing, passes right side now here to Simons. Simons stops at the fingernail, looking around. Here's Hesser. Hesser on the left side, 5:06 to go, third quarter. Right side, Simons. Simons with it, with his back facing the basket. Now inside on the block to Glock. Off the front iron, no good, and Ligori cleans up the miss for Auburn.
Yeah, left short at the rim there by Marcus Glock. The physicality of Leslie and this Auburn defense is starting to wear down this Wahoo Warriors offense.
In the lane, Binder, layup good with the foul. Maverick Binder.
Go ahead, flex on him there, Maverick Binder. Listen, he said, everybody's talking about Marcus Glock. I'm the guy here tonight. And he's playing a great basketball game. He got to his left-hand dribble, Nick, got to two, got his balance, got up into the defender, finished with the left hand. Now at the free throw line trying to get that three-point play.
So Maverick Binder at the line to make Auburn up 26-20 if he can make this free throw. Fires away, and it's good. 26-20, 4:45 to go. And Lance Binder will check in for Wenzel of Auburn.
Yeah, Lance Binder has done some really good things. He's came up with some timely steals and got some deflections, and he knows how to play his role. Look, this is the experience of Auburn and their coaching staff starting to show their wherewithal right now against this Wahoo team right now.
Once again, Auburn been to 6 straight state championship titles. Haven't won them all, haven't won the last 2, but nonetheless been there. As on Simons, as we have a foul, and it's going to go against number 5 for Auburn, Peyton Bowden.
Yeah, Peyton Bowden there got caught in a little bit of a switch, and he trying to be a little bit too much body there against Simons, but it's been a physical matchup all game long. If you play against Auburn, you can't think that your height advantage is going to lead to success. They are going to get up into your body, and they're going to defend you.
Here is Simons off the inbound 3 ball on the way. Can't convert, and we have a foul defensively on LaValle.
Yeah, that right there is just a little bit over aggressiveness by LaValle. Had no chance of getting the offensive rebound, so essentially it's a foul that you don't want. So when you're Auburn or Wahoo, you have to make sure, you're not going to be able to come back. You're down by 6, right? You have you have a quarter and a half to come back. Yeah. The same way that you got out by 12 points, you can come back, but being down 12 points. Don't get out of the sorts and don't rush, and that was a rush foul right there.
They're only down by 6, 26-20. Wahoo trails Auburn here. Let's step aside for 60 seconds while we have a media timeout on the floor.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, I get all kinds of buffet questions. Here's one from Cole.
Is there a real cactus in your cactus bread?
Great question, Cole. No, there is no cactus in our cactus bread, just sweet cinnamony streusel. It's on our buffet every day, along with pizza, chicken, ice cream, and all your other favorites. Even better, at least for your parents, kids eat free on Tuesday nights. And don't worry, Cole, there's no coal in our coleslaw either.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
The Wahoo Warriors in the midst of a 2-minute-plus scoring drought. Mav Binder, how about this, though? 13 points on 4 of 6 shooting, along with 2 steals for the Auburn Bulldogs. He leads all scorers. Marcus Glock has 8 points to lead the Warriors. Here is Binder as Wahoo tries to turn up the defensive pressure. Simons bring it out here. Still in that 1-3-1 defense are the Warriors.
Yeah, the thing about this defense here, this is a staple of Wahoo Warriors, and I think Auburn has a good take on this defense. Now they're spreading them out, trying to wear them out with their own defense right here, and that's where where it's a little bit interesting move by the Wahoo coaching staff. You have 3 of your starters on your bench right now. I know you're probably a little upset because you're losing, but you got to go with the guys that got you to the dance.
Pass on the far side, it's Wenzel. Wenzel throws it out to the timeline. 3:43 to go as pass to the top of the key now left side. No, Ligori for 3. Can't get it to fall. Rebound fought for between Wahoo Warriors players, and we have a foul. It's going to be a foul on Cameron Leslie.
Yeah, Coach Weeks wanted to travel, but then also Cameron Leslie was just coming in there for the jump ball, and the reason why Coach Weeks wants it to be a foul because Marcus Glock rolled over. Yeah. And so when you roll over, that is essentially a travel. A little missed call right there, but nevertheless, good defensive stop by Wahoo. Changing defense of coverage right there. Didn't give Auburn much trouble. You like Ligori shooting that 3, but you could have wasted maybe 30 more seconds off the clock and got the same shot.
3.5 to play in the third quarter. 26-20 is your score as Auburn leads by 6. Marcus Glock on the left side gives it to Hesser. Hesser, top of the key now. Brigham, right side Kaminsky out to Hesser. On the top of the key, working on Ligori. Gets met by 2 defenders. Now outside left side, it's Keegan Brigham. Brigham left side to Hesser. Hesser on the left wing, top of the key, Kaminsky. Kaminsky dribbles 2 times into the paint, now backs it out. 3-ball, Marcus Glock. Can't get it to go, and a rebound corralled by Nixon Ligori.
Nick, you have Marcus Glock is the only starter out there along with Hesser. Hesser's not really looking to get a shot. You're actually playing into Jim Weeks' hands here because now you know it's Marcus Glock or bust right now. Yeah. You got to get your starters back in, guys that can score. You got Simons on the bench. You got Eli Shader on the bench. You got to get these. Now you got Elliott coming. You got to get guys down here that can score.
Yeah. In the lane as Kaminsky jumped high and he just kind of braced him it looked like he was going to try to hop on his shoulders, but he just kind of had to brace himself so he didn't fall down on top of Peyton Bowden.
For our UFC and WWF fans out there, that looked like a new age double knee to the back. Now, he didn't try to hurt him. He actually he got caught jumping at it. Good ball fake there. But I think it was Bowden there getting his opponent up in the air, drawing a foul. Now they have 4 fouls for Wahoo. You're talking about trying to get a lead there. Auburn is in a position right here to kind of close out this game.
Auburn turns it over as Wahoo has it now to Glock, cutting towards the basket, right hand layup, good. Wahoo needed that. That breaks a 4-minute and 5-second scoring drought.
Yeah, good pin down there for Marcus Glock. Easy 2 points for him. Coach Schaaf likes that.
So here is Binder, Mav Binder with it. Passes top of the key, Leslie. Mav Binder now back to the logo into the far corner. Bowden pass fake to Leslie. Leslie gets pushed in the back. No whistle. Now a jump ball, and the possession arrow will keep it with Auburn.
Oh, if I'm Coach Weeks, I'm working the referees there. That was a egregious push in the back there by Cody Hesser. But Auburn keeps the ball here, and also if they can get, which they have 4 fouls as well, if they can get Wahoo in foul trouble, they'll be at the free throw line for the last 2 minutes of this quarter.
So Auburn to inbound. They'll throw it into the far corner as it's Ligori. Now to Binder. 1:57 to go, third quarter. 26-22 Auburn with a 4-point lead over Wahoo. Don't forget Wahoo led at the end of the first quarter, 16-3. Quick inside out to Ligori. Ligori goes up. Strong shot blocked by Simons. Loose ball on the ground. It's corralled by Leslie. He throws up a tough contested shot, and he is fouled in traffic. Leslie will go to the line to shoot 2.
Good drive there by Ligori. You thought he was going to get a foul there, but that's a stick-to-itiveness by Auburn Bulldogs. He thought that Marcus Glock and Hesser and Simons had it, but they went in there with active hands, got it back up to Leslie. Leslie drew the contact at the free throw line now.
First free throw on the way. It's good for Cameron Leslie.
Nick, we used to what we've been saying. Who are the momentum stoppers now, right? Well, I think just the Auburn, I guess, facade and what they do to you on the defensive end and the offensive end is how they stop momentum, right? They'll pass it around, wait till you make a mistake. Extremely physical. Look, they come out there with essentially 5 guards, and they are winning from a physical standpoint against a team that has everybody over 6 foot tall and I'm 6'4", 6'5" out on the wings.
So here is Simons, top of the key, left side now Kaminsky. Kaminsky with it, crosses over, top of the key, Simons. Simons passes left side, Kaminsky. 1:20 to play, third quarter. Cutting into the lane. It's number 3, Kyler Elliott, and he gets the layup to go. It's 28-24.
Yeah, I think Wahoo Warriors have found something there. They do a backside pin down screen there for this time with Elliott. Before it was Marcus Glock. They like that right there. But then the over-aggressiveness at half court caught him right there between Kaminsky and Hesser, right? The Wenzel, very crafty, right? Where Wenzel, what they do now is they get real low with their dribble, and they kind of go, I call it a ricochet dribble, and they got it, drew the foul. Now at the free throw line, stopping the momentum of Wahoo one more time.
Wenzel free throw, it's up and down, 29-24. Your score, Auburn leads by 5, 1:08 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, now that Wahoo, I think they have all 5 of their starters in there. Now they're trying to make this late run, but Wahoo is in foul trouble here, and Auburn is at the free throw line cashing in. And so what Auburn's trying to do to offset some of the backside pin down screens that they ran for Marcus Glock and they did for Elliott in the back-to-back scores is they're going to a little bit of a half-court to three-quarter court extended pressure here.
So Simons has it on the right side, crosses over right to left. Spin move in the lane, dumps it to Elliott. Elliott will retreat to the perimeter, now throw it out to the logo to Hesser. Right side, Simons. Simons holding the basketball in his right hand, now dribbles with it. Crosses over to Marcus Glock. Glock crosses over now left side. Here is Hesser. Hesser with it, guarded by Lance Binder. Kicks it out. Simons, shot fake in the lane, stops, spins. Good job keeping his pivot. Good move.
Great move by Simons. Had to work extremely hard for it, but kept his pivot foot down. Twist around, 2-point score there for the Wahoo Warriors.
28 seconds to go in the third quarter, 30-26 your score. Lance Binder with it now to Mav Binder. He'll just slow things down near the logo. Simons will slowly walk up to him as well. Binder working on Simons. Cross it over. Don't forget, Binder hit that logo shot to end the first half to make it a tied ball game at 18-18.
Yeah,
Here's Binder
Wahoo.
on the left side, 6 long, 3 on the way. Binder got it!
Listen, he hit it right there in your eye, Nick. That's what it looks like right there. First National Bank logo right there. That was dead in Simon's eye. I'm pointing to it. Larry Bird-esque. He said right here. Did you see him point to it?
I did.
He pointed to it, so I'm going to hit this right in your face.
End of the third quarter, your score, Auburn 33, Wahoo 26. Let's step aside, come right back after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Maverick Binder with 16 points to lead all scorers. 16 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound for the senior as he trying to lead the Auburn Bulldogs to another state championship win. They haven't won one since 2021. And here he is, his senior year, trying to will them to one as it's 33-26 entering the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Wahoo Warriors are in a little bit of trouble. They got a little bit of uptick in scoring there. They won 3 straight possessions with 2 baskets or with 6 points. But Auburn Bulldogs were able to withstand that with 4 free throws and a timely 3 there by Binder.
So final quarter of play, Class C1 title game, 33-26. Simons in the lane off the glass, unable to get it to go. It's tipped out of bounds, and it goes to Wahoo.
Ooh, yeah, they got lucky with that call right there. It looked like it went off Eli Shade's hand, but they got the ball. You see what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Simons downhill and then Marcus Glock be the finisher.
So they'll inbound it up top to the logo where it's corralled by number 3, Kyler Elliott to Simons. Now to Marcus Glock. Glock on the left side working on Ligori and unable to get past him, but he's bumped and fouled by Nixon Ligori.
Yeah, it didn't even bother Jim Weeks right there because Ligori has a handful trying to guard Marcus Glock, but he's been doing a good job against the All-State guard pretty much for the first 3 quarters of the game.
Glock with just 10 points here. Inbounds it to Marcus Glock. Glock on the left side, drives center of the lane, gets bumped with the foul and the bucket.
Yeah, that's what you want. It's the fourth quarter. Marcus Glock has said he's going to crank his game up. Got to, again, that pin down on the backside, and then you just curl off of it. Wahoo is 4 for 4 on the possessions of getting the easy shot there. Now Marcus Glock can potentially get a 3-point play.
So Glock at the line to shoot one more. Fires away, and it's no good off front rim.
Yeah, that right there. Now you see even Wahoo, even on the miss, they're going right into three-quarter court, full-court press here.
33-28, Binder up to Florida Ligori. Ligori has in the far corner now to Binder. Binder to, left side Wenzel. This is where Auburn is their best. It's where they can just buy time as Glock pokes it away. Here comes Wahoo. Simons, layup, good. It's a 3-point ball game, 33-30.
Yeah, good job. That play was by Marcus Glock right there. Not only does he play offense, he can play a little bit of defense. Quick hands, got it away from Wenzel. Wenzel was trying to get the body contact. Yeah,
Wenzel is fouled by Simons.
Right, yeah, that was – he would probably say he was fouled there before, on the turnover. Wenzel has been getting beat up pretty good here against Wahoo. But Wahoo has a little bit of momentum here. They're within 3 points, so they got to bear down here and try to make a play here on defense.
6:53 to go in the fourth quarter, 33-30. Auburn leads Wahoo, Class C1 title game. Crosses over. Here's Binder. Binder down low, pass intercepted. Here comes Simons. Wahoo trying to dig into this three-point lead, and we have a foul reaching from behind on Maverick Binder.
Yeah, Jim Weeks didn't like that play by Binder. Tried to go back to the well too much there to Leslie on a dump off there. Wahoo was sitting there waiting for it. Then on the transition, they got Leslie there with a reach in there. Jim Weeks didn't like that one either.
So Wahoo to inbound. They get it into Glock. Glock with 6:39 to play in the fourth quarter. Marcus Glock, a 6'4 senior, averages 24 a game. Left side, here he is. Kicks it out to Shada. Shada mid-range jumper. Bounces around and out. And it will be Maverick Binder basketball for Auburn. Up the floor. Here comes Peyton Bowden in the lane. Reverses. Kicks it out. Wenzel, 3-ball left side. Can't connect. And the rebound in the hands of Marcus Glock.
Yeah, they're trying to get it. Look at Wahoo trying to set the pace a little bit.
Layup in the lane, right side, no good. Offensive board, Simons, put back good. It's a 1-point ball game, 33-32.
Yeah, the size and strength of Simons paid off right there. And it's a little bit faster pace than we're used to seeing here from the Auburn Tigers, and it's all because of Wahoo.
So here is Mav Binder, 33-32, your score, 5:52 to play in the fourth quarter. Class C1 title game in the lane. Binder, right side into the far corner. Here is Bowden to Ligori. Ligori to Binder on the logo. 5:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Auburn leads by 1, 33-32. In the lane, Binder fades away. Jumper, can't hit it. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Wahoo and Shada. Simons may have gotten the wind knocked out of him a little bit. Here comes Marcus Glock. Glock in the lane. Right side, no shot. No shot on the foul, but he will be bumped.
Yeah, Marcus Glock got to his right hand. Pretty explosive move trying to get to the rack here. And Wahoo has extended a lot of energy to get this comeback here. They're within 1 point, got the first sub where Eli Shada goes out, and here comes Kaminsky in to try to continue to up this pressure here against this Auburn Bulldogs team. And we got a timeout here.
Wahoo calls a timeout. 5:22 to play in the fourth quarter. Wahoo trails by 1 to Auburn here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's a 60-second break coming up next on 93.7 The Ticket.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first.
That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you. 5:22 to play in the fourth quarter. Wahoo basketball. They trail by 1. Down low. Simons gets fouled on the way up, and Simons will have a chance to take the lead if he can hit these 2 free throws.
You know, Nick, they were trying to impose their will from a physical standpoint, both in stature inside, where you think Simons at the end of the third quarter tried to get downhill. They started off with him. Marcus Glock followed suit. So now you're seeing the game plan for Wahoo to try to even this game, potentially take the lead.
First one by Simons, off back iron, too strong, unable to tie it up. So 33-32 is where we're at. One more free throw coming up.
Yeah, you're seeing the Wahoo, why they were one of the favorites coming into the tournament, the multiple options that they have on the offensive end.
Simons able to knock it in there. 33-33, we're all square. PBA is pretty full here right now for the C1 title. We have a foul on the floor as Wenzel drew it.
Yeah, Wenzel drew the second foul on Wahoo there. It's interesting, though, is that Auburn already has 5 fouls. And so if I'm Jim Weeks, I'm definitely bringing that to the referee's attention because this full court pressure is getting awful physical here for Wahoo.
So here is Wenzel across, tries to split the double team. He just traveled. He just switched pivot foots, and they missed it. Pass up the floor as now We have a foul. Cameron Leslie skied high in the air, and he got bumped down to the ground by Kaminsky. Yeah. But, Jay, they switched. He switched pivot foots. Look at this.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I saw it right there live in action. If I'm Coach Schaaf, I'm okay with that foul by Kaminsky, right? The 50-50 ball. Him and Leslie tried to sky up there. I like aggressive play like that, and even if it results in a foul.
Sideline inbound here for Mav Binder, rather. Now right side, it's Ligori. Ligori, we're all squared to Leslie. Left side, Wenzel. Wenzel fakes the spin, half spin, goes right, picks up his dribble, looking for help, gets it to Maverick Binder, rather. Mav Binder with it, right where he hit that three to end the third quarter. Mav Binder gets double teamed, passes out of it. Gluck flies into our table. And it's going to be over and back on Auburn.
Yeah, Marcus Gluck might have hurt himself there. It looked like it was a tip pass, but was not. When the Auburn Bulldogs got to the wing and also to the corner, that was right when Simons decided to double team there on Binder and caused the turnover there.
So Glock still grimacing a little bit after he flew into our table. In the lane, left-handed layup, no good. Yeah. No whistle, and a defensive rebound for Ligori.
The physicalness of Auburn and Wenzel to hold tight right there and affect that shot there by Elliott was crucial because they are on the bend right here as far as the momentum.
Here comes Binder out to Wenzel. 4:21 to play fourth quarter. Hesitation, shot blocked by Simons, and it goes out of bounds to Wahoo.
Yeah, Simons got lucky there. It was a good drive there by Wenzel trying to draw the contact on the shot. Jim Weeks is not like that, neither does Jackson. But nevertheless, that was a lot of body right there on that drive there by Wenzel.
Here comes Marcus Glock across the timeline. Glock with it. He'll be picked up by Ligori. Uses a screen left from Hester. Now he's switched on to Binder. How about these two? In the lane, Glock is fouled. It goes out of bounds to Wahoo.
Right, good defense there by Maverick Binder. Good on good. You know, you don't run from competition, you run to it. And the defensive stop there by Binder was great.
Kaminsky to inbound, looking to try to get into Glock. Now he'll throw it up top to Simons. That one's going to bounce out of bounds.
Good hands, Nick.
Thank you. I was more worried about my laptop.
Yeah, I know it was like last time, but you know what? You saw a crucial mistake there where Simons there didn't look the ball in. We see it all the time in football. Now you saw it in basketball. Momentum change there for Wahoo because they definitely had the momentum on their side there defensively.
3:53 to go, fourth quarter. Binder and Auburn with the basketball. Cross-court pass in the corner, quick pass. Wenzel for three. No good. Had a really good line. It looks like really good.
Yeah.
And here comes Marcus Glock for Wahoo. Wahoo with it in this lane. Now that's going to be a charge on Marcus Glock.
All day long, Marcus Glock. Great job there by Ligori. Sat on the left hand, beat him to the spot. Shoulder down and extension by Marcus Glock. Good defensive play there by Ligori.
Good call by the official there. 33-33. We're all tied up. Auburn with the basketball. 30.5 to play. We have a reach-in foul. That's going to be team foul number 5 on Simons and Wahoo.
Yeah, Marcus Glock is over there talking to Simons. Said there's no reason to foul. And what people don't understand sometimes, I would say they're not. If you're not at the game and if you're watching on TV, the 1-3-1 that Wahoo runs is not necessarily to get a steal. It's to change the pace and get you to make a mistake. What Marcus Glock is saying to his teammate Simon, this is leadership by Marcus Glock, is you don't need to foul so far away from the hoop because he wasn't in a position to score, and we have all the momentum. When you talk about situational football, there's situational basketball. Time, place, and opportunity has to be paramount in these last 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
34-33 your score. Auburn out in front by 1. Second free throw coming, and it's good. It's a 2-point lead.
That's the momentum changer right there, Nick. I don't mean to cut you off there. That's how you stop momentum, get to the free throw line. Now you're playing small ball the rest of the quarter.
Here is Simons. Simons on the right side of the lane working in, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Wenzel. And so now that'll put Simons at the line to shoot 2.
Right, the Wahoo fan base likes that call. Wenzel he got caught in a switch against the big, really outweighed and out-heighted against Simons. Tried to draw the charge. The rest were not falling for it.
Simons' first free throw on the way. It's good. It's 35-34 with 3:20 to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this right here is going to come down to the wire. You got two well-coached teams, and you saw Wahoo has some pride come back there. It looked like they were dead in the water, down by 7, tied the game up here.
35-35 after 2 Simons made free throws, and with 3:16 to go in the fourth quarter, it's Auburn basketball. Wenzel trying to bring it across the timeline, bounces it to Ligori. Ligori will have it on the right side, gets picked up by Glock. Now to Binder. Binder working on Kaminsky, gives to Ligori, now to Bowden, left side. This is Wenzel, back to Bowden. Bowden hit 2 threes early on for Auburn. Right-hand layup is good.
There you go. There's one thing about that 1-3-1 half-court trap. It's going to wear you out, right? And that's just a simple handoff play. Bowden to the hole. Easy 2 points there for Tigers.
Here's
Bulldogs,
Here's Kaminsky on the left side. It's Marcus Glock with it. He'll dribble to the logo. 2:42 to go. Fourth quarter, Class C1 title game. Glock with it on the left side. Pulls up, 3-ball for the lead. Bang!
Bang. Step back 3, nothing but net. That's just like a can of corn in baseball terms there. You know it was that you got to rush Marcus Glock once he gets into that double dribble right there. You know it's coming, and you got to rush him off that three-point line because he's such a good shooter. It's almost like a free throw.
Marcus Glock puts Wahoo out in front, 38-37, 2.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Let's step aside for 30 seconds and return right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
All righty, 2:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Wahoo leads 38-37 over the Auburn Bulldogs as Auburn will inbound it to Wenzel. Wenzel will push the pace up the floor, now retreats, picks up his dribble, looks ahead across the timeline. It's Ligori into the corner. Bowden to now Wenzel to Binder. Binder on the right side with Auburn trailing by 1, 2:16 to play fourth quarter. C1 title on the line. As Wenzel has it, spin move at the left elbow, now retreats to the perimeter. Throws the top of the key to Leslie. Leslie hands it off back to Wenzel. So Wenzel has it right side to Bowden. 2:02 to play, fourth quarter. 38-37 Wahoo. Auburn with the basketball. Simons trying to jump the passing lane, can't do it. Now underneath the bucket, tipped around. Bowden with it in the lane. Cuts through 2 defenders. Puts up a contested shot, can't hit it.
Good rebound by Leslie.
Leslie can't follow up, and Simons rips it away for Wahoo and is fouled.
Wow, Jim Weeks doesn't like that. A lot of body there for against Leslie on that putback shot. Then he missed it. It affected the trajectory of the shot. Simons was able to come down with it and got fouled. Jim Weeks does not like that call, but on the defensive end, Marcus Glock is guarding Binder, and so it's one of the complimentary players who's going to have to try to win this game for Auburn.
So Simons at the line. First one, no good.
He has struggled at the free throw line all game long. He's been effective inside here. So if I'm Auburn, I got to get this defensive rebound and get it to Binder's hands or Ligori's hands, or we can get it to Bowden because he's done a really good job today as well.
Simons able to hit 1 of 2. It's 39-37 as Maverick Binder and Brenton Wenzel both have 4 fouls for the Auburn Tigers. Here is Binder. Binder on the left side. Crosses over, now dribbles back to the logo. 90 seconds left in the Class C1 state championship game as Binder passes it top of the key. Ligori in the lane left side. Now to Wenzel. Wenzel dribbling around the perimeter to Binder. Binder wanted to shoot the 3, decided to pass it up. And now we'll reset. 1:16 to play. Fourth quarter, 39-37. Auburn trails by 2. Here's Binder. Top of the key. Binder on the logo. Left side. Spin move at the free throw line. Stops. Kicks it out. Wenzel now to Ligori. They'll do it again with Ligori at the top of the key. 1 minute to go. Ligori in the lane. Off the glass, too strong. Leslie offensive rebound. Put back. We're tied.
Leslie right there, the 6-foot guard, is doing work inside against the bigger Simons. That's Auburn basketball right there. We're going to come down and play defense.
39-39 your score. Wahoo with the basketball. Simons has it near the logo. Gives it to Marcus Glock. Here we go. As Glock has it, guarded by Ligori. Right side, it's now number 3, Kyler Elliott. Here is Elliott crossing over on Wenzel to Glock. The senior on Ligori. Marcus Glock, 23 and counting, holding the basketball. Wahoo can either win it in regulation or send us to overtime if they miss a shot. Here's Wahoo with the basketball. 11 on the game clock. Marcus Glock on the right side, working on Ligori. Step back, 3 on the way. Oh, good. Offensive rebound, tip try. Can't get it to go. And we're going to overtime.
A step back three from about 40 feet. Wanted to be legendary. I would have liked to get something going downhill, Nick. We're going to overtime again.
Here we go. It's our third overtime game of the tournament. After Glock couldn't hit the three, let's step aside, come back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's the start of overtime as Marcus Glock unable to hit a 35-plus foot shot at the horn. And so with that, it'll be Wahoo and Auburn. Possession arrow.
Starts over, right?
Starts over. We're going to jump it off again. So 5 out there for Wahoo will be Marcus Glock, number 5, Cody Hesser, Jace Kaminsky, Kyler Elliott, and number 11, Dylan Simons. No Eli Shada out there to start.
That's a little interesting because Auburn has beat Wahoo extensively on the rebounds and effort, and Shada is a pretty good rebounder.
So here is the tip as it's controlled by Auburn. So Auburn with the basketball. 4 minutes to go in overtime. Just underway here, all tied up at 39-39. Class C1 title on the line. Spin move by Binder, kicks it out. Far three, Bowden. Can't get it to go. Something to watch is that Wenzel and Binder both have 4 fouls for Auburn.
Yeah.
So they're both out there currently. Binder, the leading scorer with 16 points. Here is Glock. Pull up, elbow jumper. No good.
Yeah.
Circle the rim and out.
Nick, you just mentioned the foul trouble. Auburn, you would have liked Marcus Glock. I would have at least a second play in a row going downhill, especially when Binder got switched on him. A little bit of a mistake there by the Wahoo Warrior All-State guard.
So here is Mav Binder in the lane, left side. Binder spinning around, gets it right side now to Bowden. 3 ball on the way. Can't connect.
Yeah.
Bowden hit his first 2. He's been cold ever since. Now just 2 for 7 from the 3. So here's Glock on the right side. Glock in the lane. Layup good. The Wahoo has a 2-point lead.
Good move there by Marcus Glock. A little hesitation, dribble, crossover. Easy 2 points on the right side.
On the right side, driving baseline in the lane. Ligori contested shot, can't get it to go. Leslie misses the tip in, and Simons collects the miss.
Yeah, good defensive stand there by the Wahoo Warriors. Now they got an all-state guard there trying to be the closer, Marcus Glock right here.
So across the half-court line we go with Marcus Glock. Glock at the top of the key, guarded by Nixon Ligori. Wahoo was up 15-3 after the first quarter, and then Auburn was able to come back and tie things up before we went into halftime at 18 apiece. So here is Kaminsky on the left wing into the far corner. Now Hesser. Hesser's bumped and fouled, and so now since fouls don't reset, Wahoo's going to the line.
Yeah, Hesser's got to go to the free throw line, lock in, and try to extend this lead here. And for Auburn, that's a little bit of a touch foul. Jim Weeks is trying to figure out the next 2 possessions for him. They're trying to get something going downhill, try to get to the free throw line themselves.
2 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. 41-39, your score. Wahoo out in front by 2. After Hesser misses everything. He barely scraped the net.
Yeah, man. Sometimes pressure busts pipes, and you're out here and you hadn't really handled the ball, all game long, and now it becomes a lot more pressure on this one.
That one is no good as well. It's an empty possession as Hesser goes 0 for 2.
Here we go.
41-39 as Maverick Binder brings it across the timeline, dribbling with his left hand, leading with the right shoulder. Wanted to pull up from the top of the key, decides to pass it off. Now he gets it back directly in front of us. Binder at the logo. 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Binder denies the screen left, kicks it to Ligori. Ligori in the far corner, working on Hesser. Hesser picks his pocket. What a defensive play by Hesser with a little double fist pump.
Yeah, he wanted to bounce back after missing those 2 free throws. Good job by Hesser staying in the game and being competitive.
Here comes Marcus Glock, and we have a Wahoo Warriors timeout. 1:42 to play, fourth quarter. It's 41-39 in overtime, not fourth quarter. 1:42 to play in overtime. 41-39. Wahoo leads by 2 over the Auburn Bulldogs. We'll be back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
The Class C1 title game has a history in recent years of being a really, really good contest. Back in 2022, you had a Cale Jacobson buzzer beater from the near corner over Auburn. In 2023, Ashland Greenwood went back-to-back over Auburn, and now here Wahoo and Auburn in overtime. Wahoo with a 41-39 lead.
Jim Weeks didn't like that call, considering that they haven't had a foul called on them, it would have seemed, in about 5 minutes. A little bit of light body contact called against Ligori against Marcus Glock, almost at 45 feet away from the hoop.
Marcus Glock at the free throw line to shoot 2. He's 0 for 1 from the charity stripe today. First one is up, and it is good. It's a 3-point Wahoo lead, 42-39 in overtime, 1:34 to go.
Yeah, that's a big call right there when you put somebody that is an in-depth scorer as Marcus Glock on the free throw line, giving an easy shot from the free throw.
So Marcus Glock hits both free throws. It's 43-39, 4-point Wahoo lead. Auburn needs to go. Mav Binder across the timeline, guarded by Jace Kaminsky. Kaminsky staring at the hips of Maverick Binder. On the right side, Mav Binder, jumper on the way. Can't get it to go. Good, strong defensive rebound by Simons. Now Glock with the basketball, and he's going to call a timeout. Wahoo will have 1 remaining. They'll have to go the full length of the floor, and we'll go ahead and step aside as well. Once again, it's 60-second timeout. We'll be right back in 30 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman alongside. Harrison Orange back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios, pushing all the buttons. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you guys listening wherever you may be, whether it's on the FM dial, mobile app, the website, or the stream. We appreciate you. 43-39 your score. Wahoo out in front by 4, 1:14 to play, fourth quarter. Kaminsky to inbound. He gets it into number 3, Kyler Elliott. Elliott running the length of the floor, now hesitates and gives it to Simons. Simons to Glock. Glock will have it near the timeline. 1:05. They'll try to double him. Glock dribbles out of it. Now to Simons.
Oh, you better foul him.
Simons on the top of the key to Elliott. Elliott now to Glock. He gets doubled.
You better foul Simons.
Gets out. Now passes left side. Simons. They're going to say foul him, and they do foul Simons. So Simons will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Nick, you got Auburn's a little bit more detailed at times with that. You didn't want Binder to foul because you want to keep him in the game to hit a big shot. But Simons has struggled mightily at the free throw line. Probably could have fouled him maybe 8 seconds earlier, but regardless, he's at the free throw line trying to win this game.
First one for Simons is up and good.
Yeah, shot that one in good rhythm. Looked like he had been there before. Wahoo feeling it, almost getting home. The pressure is starting to mount here.
44-39 your score. Make it 45-39. 51 seconds on the game clock. Wahoo trying to win their first title since 2018. in their first trip to the state title since 2018. Turnaround jumper, Binder can't get it to go. Elliott cleans it up, and Wahoo collects the miss. Here is Glock. Glock across the timeline. A layup in the lane. It's good. And Wahoo is up by 8 with 30 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, Wahoo's feeling it right now. You don't have to foul. Bender trying to get it.
Binder three, can't get it. Now back out. Binder tries again after the offensive rebound. He hits it. It's 47-42.
Yeah, this game is far from over. Binder, big shot there. Probably the first one that he missed that led to the Marcus Glock easy layup. Probably was a little bit too quick, but understandable being down by 6. I'm a big believer, Nick, trying to get to the rack. Why? Wahoo is already in the penalty. So if you can get something in secondary transition, getting downhill on that first one, you're only down by 6. You possibly could make a 3-point play. Then you're in a 1-possession game. You miss it. Now you're in a 3-possession game. Big 3 there with 20 seconds left. You're going to have to know who's going to get it on a jump ball call, right? You're going to know you got to possibly who you could get a steal from. I still like the chances of if it gets into Simon's hands, I'm going to still foul him, make them beat us at the old-fashioned way. But ultimately, you need a little bit of luck on your side if you're the Auburn Bulldogs to try to win this game.
47-42 your score, 20.4 on the game clock here in overtime as Wahoo leads by 5. Wahoo does have the basketball after a Mav Binder 3. So 20.4. Jace Kaminsky will be the inbounder. Remember, Wenzel and Binder both have 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, but right now, Nick, you got to be trying to play to win this game. You can't save anything. If you have to foul, you got to foul. You got to get the clock stopped.
They'll inbound it to Glock. Glock rolling over, gets bumped by Ligori. Nobody fouls. Now to Elliott. 15
Elliott
on the game clock. Now back to Glock. And they're going to have a foul as Glock is bumped with 11.7 on the game clock.
Yeah, there was a little bit of listen, the speed and quickness of this Wahoo backcourt with Kaminsky in there. You see why they sat Eli Shada down. But ultimately, they have a lot more speed on there and size, so they can throw it over the smaller defenders of the Auburn Bulldogs.
First free throw good for Marcus Glock. Glock on the day, 22 points, 8 of 17 shooting, 3 for 6 from beyond the three-point line, and now 3 of 4 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, look, Marcus Glock struggled. They did a really good job on him essentially for the first 4 quarters of the game and overtime, or later in the fourth quarter and overtime. He started to take over, right? He was struggling. Now he has 22, 23 points. They're up by 6. They're up by 7. And he's at 23 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. So it's just a regular old day at the office there for Marcus Glock.
So here is Mav Binder. Binder pulls up, long 3 on the way, unable to get it. A defensive rebound. Elliott is bumped, and Wahoo, for the first time since 2018, are your Class C1 state champions. Yeah. They defeat the Auburn Bulldogs in overtime, 49-42 here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Exceptional game from Mav Binder for Auburn. 19 points, 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line. Suffered a little bit of foul trouble throughout the later stages in that game. But for Wahoo, what more can you say for Marcus Glock? 23 points, 8 of 17 from the field, 3 of 6 from the three-point line, 5 rebounds and 2 assists to go with 3 steals.
Don't forget about Simons, who really started to get it going in the third quarter right after halftime, tried to get downhill, and he's actually was their closer, and then they really put the nail in the coffin with Marcus Glock. So Simons played a huge role today in this victory. He had 7 rebounds, was really good in trying to slow down Binder when he started to get on a heater. So look, and when you had Hesser who struggled, right? And then you had Elliott that was in foul trouble. They needed somebody else to step up, and where Auburn only had Leslie with 9 and Bowden with 8, and all those points seemed like they were in the first half. Yeah. They started to really impose themselves, and Marcus Glock was able to take them home. First one in a long time, and you got to think it's probably even a little bit more sweet considering that Wahoo came into the tournament last year, I think the number 1 seed and undefeated, and Jim Weeks and company sent them home after the first round. So this is pretty sweet for the Wahoo Warriors.
I mean, at the end of the third quarter, Auburn led 33-26, and then Wahoo was able to only allow 6 points to the Auburn Bulldogs in quarter number 4, outscored them 13-6, and then in the overtime period,
outscored Auburn 10-3, and they won 49-42 for their first state title since 2018. The Wahoo Warriors are your 2024 Class C1 state champions as a 5 seed.
Yeah, Nick, when you think about it, the game had it was tied 5 times and 5 lead changes. It was exciting. When you came into the game, you didn't know whether the game was only going to end up 20-19, but they went into overtime. It was a battle. I do think the depth and maybe the playmaking ability of Wahoo of having multiple options, right? When you think of the size, strength, and speed advantage that was in the Wahoo's favor, you think of Simons, and obviously think of Marcus Glock, who's the all-everything guard, and then you think where you had Hesser and Shada there as well. So, it was a game effort there by Maverick Binder. Leslie played well. There's a couple calls. I'm sure Jim Weeks felt like that were definitely game-changing. The one in particular, the call at half court against LaGoria against Glock that essentially took it from a 2-point lead for Wahoo to a 4-point lead in overtime is essentially what sealed the game right there because he made 2 of the free throws.
Once again, your final score, Wahoo 49, Auburn 42. We have one game left in our 93.7 The Ticket coverage of the high school basketball season. One game remains, and it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be Omaha Skutt Catholic, the number 4 seed, going up against the number 2 seed, the Norris Titans. We're going to be a little bit behind schedule, so it won't start right at 1 o'clock, but I would assume around 1:10, 1:15 is where you can expect us to come back on the air and bring you the Class B state championship game. Once again, congratulations to Wahoo. The Warriors, for the first time since 2018, are your Class C1 state champions. They defeat the Auburn Bulldogs in overtime, 49-42. For now, for the Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert, and Harrison Arns back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios, saying so long from Pinnacle Bank Arena. We'll talk to you in a short amount of time from the Class B state title game right here on 93.7 The Ticket. The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100%